September we falling off, but I'm still the main trying to win over. October is all about me, cause your time should have been over. November got your mood board, and you single.
What is up, y'all? It's Amari. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. Today, as you see by the title, we're doing a fall toasty warm cinnamon, just a fall look. Okay, fall reminds me of the browns, pumpkin spice, and the way I'm talking, you would think fall is my favorite holiday season. No. I'm a summer babe through and through. Okay, but a fall makeup look is gonna hate to see me coming every time. And without further ado, let me show you how I got into this super cute fall makeup look. First, I just like to start off with a good skin prep. You can buy expensive foundation and concealers and things all day long, but if the skin is not eating underneath, I fear you won't eat. I am going to go in with the Black Girl sunscreen. This is just the regular sunscreen I typically use. I know you're like, babe, it's fall, not summer. Put your sunscreen on. No debating. Put the sunscreen on. And I like to just put on dime size amounts all over my face. Now that we're all nice and glowy and the SPF, we already did our skin prep. We're gonna go ahead and get into primer. Starting off with this Refi primer. I absolutely love this primer. I have re-upped on this multiple times. It is such a good primer. And I just like to rub my primer in because I am not shy with the primer, y'all. So since I rub it in, I just feel like it gets evenly distributed everywhere. And then with the primer, I let it sit for 3 minutes. Next, I'm going to go in with this Say Beauty. This is in the color Sun Glow. This is just like a glowy super gel. I like this Say just brings a glowy, bronzy like look, and it just enhances this fall look underneath the foundation. And next, I'm just going to take the e.l.f. brow lift. This is my tried and true. I have been faithful to this, purchase after purchase after purchase after purchase. e.l.f. ain't never steered me wrong, and she cheap. I'm just gonna go in with my little spoolie. She has been loved on, keyword for she filthy. I'm gonna brush up my brows. And I am not as blessed in the brow department for thickness, but that is okay. They're getting a little better. Like we're getting some growth for the brows. I'm just gonna take this Revlon Color Stay pencil. I have been using this for like ever. It's tried and true. Once I find something, I stick to it. Okay, I'm faithful, babe. I'm gonna take very light strokes doing the brows. I'm gonna start at the top, and I will say, please let your e.l.f., if you're using the e.l.f. brow lift, please let it dry down a little bit first, because I found that when I go in immediately after, it will ruin your eyebrow pencil, or just make it a little like silky, and we don't want the silky look. You see the like strokes at the beginning of the brow, and then I'm brushing it out, so especially at the beginning, so it's not too much product. And brows definitely take time. Do not rush artwork. I'm just gonna go in with the NARS in the color Amande. This is like my exact, almost, if not my exact shade, this literally is my exact shade. I'm gonna use this to carve under my brows, not on top, just under. And I'm just gonna use like this little angle brush. I have no clue where this brush came from, but it does the job. And now we're getting into the part you've been waiting on. We're gonna go in with the Urban Decay Face Bond Foundation. This is in the color 28 Medium Deep Neutral, and I'm just gonna go in. I'm just gonna take this all over. Notice how I only use a little bit, and I'm not gonna put any of this product under my eyes. I'm just gonna go in with this Morphe brush. This is the M101 brush, and I'm just going to pat it into my skin. Notice how I'm not rubbing. Rubbing doesn't do anything here. It's literally just, it's not gonna make the foundation go on any better, so pat it in. I know this takes longer, but do you want the flawless base or no? And I'm going all around my eyes, but not directly under my eyes, because we don't want to put too much product in that area where it's bound to start creasing. That never looks good. And now I'm just going to be going in with some bronzer, because this is a bronzy look. Going in with the e.l.f. Bronze and Contour in the color Deep Intense. Bronzer placement is literally everything. You don't want to put it right here as if you were putting it where contour would go. You will want to put it a little higher up. And I'm just going to go on top of my forehead as well, because this is a bronzy look. I'm just going to take this brush. This is a random brush. I'm not going to use it for this area. I'm going to use it like a more precise brush. But for this area, I am just going to pat and bring up. And I'm just going to push it into my hairline. And I'm kind of like flicking, like little itty bitty flicks. I don't really want makeup in my hair though. So if you're kind of like me and don't want makeup in your hair, but you kind of want the bronzy look, but you do want to put it in your hairline. I don't know if that makes sense. And you see, it's more of, I'm bringing the color back into my face. And I'm just going to do the same thing on this side. Flick it up. I'm just going in with this random brush. This is Real Techniques. This is a 210. Sorry, I'm not really saying the brush names. I kind of forget. But most of my brushes are just random brushes, or they're Real Techniques. And some are like Morphe. Some are, I use the most random brushes, okay? I don't use a full set. I don't know. I just always been that way. And I'm just going to go up, and then I'm just going to kind of bring that by my eye. And I'm going to probably add some more bronzer. And it's always good to start with a little bit and build up instead of start with so much, because you can't take away, but you can't add. And I want a little bit more of a bronzy look, so I'm just going to go in with a tad bit more, especially in this area. And then I'm going to bring this up a little bit higher this time. And then for this, I'm just going to pat it down so it's controlled. Then I got some of this bronzer completed. We're gonna go ahead and start with concealer. As you see, I have a little bit color in my face, and it's just like very bronze and very cute and very girl la la. But the concealer is not the star of the show. The bronzy warmness is. So, but the concealer will add something to the show. It's not the star, but it will add something. I'm just gonna go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Oh my gosh, a tongue twister. And this is very close to my shade, so I'm just going to take that, wipe some of this product off, because we don't want too much concealer. Like I said, we don't want to build up this area too much. And I'm just going to put it under my eye, and I'm just going to snatch the end of the eye. And you don't want to bring it too high up, because your brush will do that for you. And then you're not going to put anything in this corner, because we got something planned for her right here. And you're just going to do the same thing on the other side. I like to do this in sections. You're probably going to wonder, like, when you see me put my brightening concealer in this corner, you're going to like, why didn't you just do that? I don't know. I just don't like to mix them, and I feel like when I put them on at the same time, I get one in the other. Don't let that concealer drag past my face, because it will unsnatch it. I don't know what to do. I can't tell you how and why. I probably could if I wanted to go more in depth, but it would just, I feel like it just unsnatches your face. And I'm just gonna put some down the bridge right here. And I'm gonna be careful putting this because I don't want to get anywhere I put that bronzer, but we're gonna go back and go over it a little bit. And then I'm just gonna put some right here just to highlight that area a little bit. And I kind of like to let my concealer dry down just a tad bit, and I'm just going to take the Real Techniques brush. This is in 402, I believe. I don't know, it's kind of going away, but I love this brush. It just looks like this. And I'm going to start right here, even though I put it last. I'm going to blend it out. I'm just going to extend that a little bit around the nose, just a tap, just so it's not like any harsh line. And I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to keep the product exactly where I placed it, going down the nose, and blend it in. And I'm just going to pat. And notice how I'm not rubbing this concealer. Do not rub your concealer in. I feel like that just creates the worst under eye look ever. And I feel like for under eye, it took me so long to master the under eye look. I will always get creases, wonder why my makeup was crumbling under my eye, wonder why I wasn't staying. It was just so much. It's about products. It's about how you're also putting that concealer under your eye as well, and how you're blending that concealer. And I also like to use brushes for under my eye, and I like to use brushes in general for the most part, just because I feel like it keeps most of the product and it doesn't suck up as much product as a beauty blender would. And just patting right there under that eye. I'm not moving that product too much. And then I am bringing that up. I'm just going to take this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in the color Warm Honey. This is a little bit lighter than me, but that's the point. It's brightening, and I like a little bright eye, just a tad bit, a little bit, not too much. And I'm just going to take some of that product, wipe it off. You don't need that much. I'm just going to place that directly in my inner corner. And notice how there is no other product there. I didn't put any other concealer there. That's way too much product in that space. Now I'm just gonna go in with the MAC Plush Pepper Glow Pay. This came out a little while ago, but I absolutely love these. They have other colors as well, but I feel like this one kind of ignores some of the foundation that got on this, but this is more so the correct color. But I feel like this one just matches like a fall look. For this blush, I'm going to kind of like sit it on top of the bronzer, kind of like where I put it, a little higher up, but not really. But I just feel like that. And I'm just gonna get a good bit of product on this brush, y'all. Don't be shy with the blush. Well, be careful. Build up. And I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna pat right there. Then I'm kind of gonna take like a bigger brush, the Real Techniques in the brush 400, and I'm just gonna buff it out. I'm just gonna like kind of buff that out a little bit. So there's not too much going on right there. Okay, I'm starting to like fall. I'm starting to like fall a little bit. Yeah, we can get behind this. Now I'm gonna go in with a powder bronzer just to set that liquid bronzer in place. And this is the Lovecraft Beauty. I'm not gonna lie, she's been loved, more than loved. Oh my gosh, I got this from my aunt. She got it in a Ipsy or whatever those little boxes are where you get like BoxyCharm. I no clue, but she gets random makeup, and then sometimes she'll be like, do you want this? And I'm like, absolutely, free makeup, girl. Yeah, I'll take it. Gonna take that same little brush that we use for our liquid bronzer. I'm just gonna put her in there. She is a pigment. This is such a good palette. She is a little pigmented, and I'm just gonna go over that area where I put the bronzer, and it's kind of gonna go over the blush a little bit, but don't worry, Tana ready. We gonna get her right. And like I said, the concealer is not the star of the show. I know sometimes concealer be the star of the show, but this one, she's quiet, she's subtle, she does her job, she gets to work.
Work is work.
She's not like those other girls.
If you need
she's
me
not
to
like
do
that.
something, I'll get the job done.
I didn't forget about our nose, girl. We did it. I'm just gonna take that same brush and I'm gonna focus that on the edge of my nose because I like a little bronzy look. But I'm not putting too much on the brush. Don't do the too much because that's where you mistakenly do something you weren't supposed to do, and now you gotta backtrack and wipe it all off, and you mad with the micellar water. You see where we're going? We're not doing that. I'm gonna take the Urban Decay All Nighter Extra Glow. This is just to bring it all together a little bit because we're gonna go in with some eyeshadow. I know eyeshadow, seriously, yes, eyeshadow, but it's simple, I promise. We're gonna take it back to 2016 a little bit, but we're gonna kind of do this a little quick because we still haven't set our under eyes and we need to get there. But we're gonna take it back to 2016 a little bit, y'all. I know eyeshadow, Huda Beauty palette, like, are you crazy? No, maybe, I don't know. This is probably very expired, and she has clearly been loved. She's clearly been loved. I'm not even gonna put her in the camera to show you how much she's been loved. She's been loved. I don't really use these top shadows anymore because I'm not really into the glittery look. However, this brown, these little browns, they're gonna get put to use today. So I'm just gonna take a random eyeshadow brush, it doesn't matter, and I'm just gonna go into like this orangey. This is super pigmented too. I don't know why I just put that much, but I'm just gonna go into that orangey color. I'm not even gonna tell you the color names, babe, because like truthfully doesn't matter. Like, can you even still get this palette? And I'm just gonna go in and I'm just gonna place that all on top of my lid. I'm just gonna pack it on, but she's pigmented, so I'm just gonna take a little brush to blend that out at the top so it's not as harsh. And this is the Real Techniques 300. The other one, random brush, I don't know, I think I got it from Marshall's.
I was only gone for the last few months, but you don't have the time to wait on me.
Then I'm just gonna go into that brown just a tad bit. This is just like a regular little brown. I'm just gonna go in, not too much on the brown. I'm gonna go in with this Huda Easy Bake. This is in that Ube birthday cake. I love her down, I'm not gonna lie. Picking the right powder and the right shade of powder is like everything. I feel like if you're more of a neutral girly, don't go for the yellowy tones. I feel like it kind of ruined the makeup. If you're more cool and neutral, don't go for that yellow, harsh, bright banana color. I feel like this right here, or the peach pie, I don't even know if this is still selling. I do remember this being limited edition. Honestly, I don't know, but they should make this always edition because I'm gonna always need it. And I'm just patting it on my thing. Do not put that on your face. And I'm just gonna go in straight to the corner and pat. I'm just gonna go straight down the middle with this as well. I don't want to get it anywhere else other than the middle of the bridge of my nose. I don't know why I keep saying the middle. And Now I'm just going to go in with this Ulta Beauty collection. This is the lip liner, but I'm just going to take it and put a little bit under my eyes because it's that brown, and I just kind of like the browns will pop a little bit.
And now you're trying to make me feel away on purpose. Now you're throwing it back in my face on purpose. Now you're talking down on my name.
I'm just going to add a tad, and I mean a tad bit of mascara. This is just the They're Real by Benefit. I'm just going to add a little bit of that to my bottoms. Be careful if you're not that great at doing bottom lashes because you will mess this part up. And babe, just be careful. Even if you're good at doing bottom lashes, just be careful. Now I'm just going to go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I will say this setting spray is their formula is being changed, so like I think this may be my last time buying it. But the people that did make their setting spray, I forgot who it was. Like whoever made their setting spray so good, like was another company that they were working with. I don't know, babe. Look it up on TikTok. However, they're going to be selling the same setting spray in this formula that we're used to, so you can keep buying it. But I may branch out and try a new setting spray, the Charlotte Tilbury, the Milani. I don't know. Let me know what setting spray. But for now, we're just using the OG. I'm just going to take that same lip liner that I used by the Ulta Beauty. This is in the brown. I didn't even tell you what color this was. This was in chocolate. I'm sorry, I keep calling it brown. This is chocolate. My bad.
And I hate that we just friends. Round two, he want revenge over and over again and again. Can you? I really need somebody. I really need somebody.
Now I'm gonna do something a little out of the ordinary, but it's me. I'm just gonna take the NARS concealer. This is in the color Amande, the same one I used earlier, and I'm just gonna apply it. It really does not matter. This is concealer. I'm just gonna apply it to the middle of my lip. And I'm just gonna go in with the Refined lip gloss. This is just in the color Fawn. And this completes the fall toasty, warm, cute, chic, cinnamon brown chocolate, and it's super toasty, super warm, super cute. I'm just loving the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.